A bat and a ball cost $1.10 together. The bat costs $1 more than the ball. How much does the ball cost? What? What kind of a difficult question is this? Okay, whatever. Oops, I pasted it already. So, the answer, the ball costs 5 cents. Okay, what the hell is happening here? Apparently, I'm not. What? Hello, everyone. This is Ozzy. Today, we are going to learn about how to set up RunPod, which is actually your own AI infrastructure. So basically, if you want to use your own GPU, if you want to use your own computer on your own server, actually, not your own computer, you're gonna need some powerful setup. So what RunPod gives us is the infrastructure of these GPUs and these kind of servers that we can set up our own AIs. So I just made few trials with it. I'm not the expert, and we will figure out together. Let's see what happens. So all right. So first, let's start to learn some basic stuff. For example, what RunPod is. And I'm going to use the AI to understand myself and to ask some stuff that we are going to face together. So this is important. So let's see what happens. So RunPod says AI infrastructure developers trust. Everything you need to train, deploy, and scale AI all in one place. Yeah, I understood it correctly, I think. So I'm not sure about the training part, but today I want to learn and show how to deploy it, actually. So let's see some other stuff. Launch a GPU pod in seconds. Yeah, that's what we are going to do with this in this video. Deploy globally, scale on autopilot with serverless. Serverless is serverless is a different aspect of this infrastructure. Let's ask Remova what is a pod and what is serverless. What is the difference between them, and try to figure out what's the difference between serverless and pod. Let's see. So pod, you rented GPU instance that runs continuously. The pod is always on until you stop it. You get full control, SSH access, persistent storage, custom environments, built by the hour, best for long training jobs, development and experimentation, Jupyter network, notebooks, apps that need to stay running. Serverless. Your workload runs only when triggered. API call scales to 0 when idle, no requests, no cost. So basically, the difference is pod belongs to us, but serverless is kind of like an API, kind of like distributed infrastructure. And as I understand, if I want faster answers, if I want stable infra, I need to use a pod. But if I'm more cost oriented and I don't want anything urgent, it's just serverless is the better option, I think. Building and training, use a pod. Deploying an API, use serverless. Okay, today we are going to use a pod, actually, yeah. So, okay. So what we need to do is actually, we need to figure out what AI model that we are going to use. And then we are going to figure out what computer, what kind of infra can run that AI model. And then we will set it up together. So let's change the screen to the logged in version of RunPod that I already have. So what you need to do is, of course, you need to sign up and add some credits. I started with $10, which is the minimum amount. You can add some more if you want, but I added $10, and then this is how it looks. I added $10. I tried to deploy a few GPU models, and it only costed me 2.5 hours to figure out what's going on in there. But I'm not really an expert on the subject. We are learning together. That's the concept of my channel. So let's see the menu. Well, what do we have? We have serverless repos, pod templates, public endpoints. We have ConfUI, VLLM, and some other repos. I think if you're kind of familiar with these repos, you can start with this. But what we are going to do is, let's try to first find a purpose. We need to find a purpose. Okay. So how can we find a purpose? We are going to, of course, ask remover. I want to deploy an AI model. Oops, I'm not writing. I want to deploy an AI model. Let's say Kimi 2.5 is the model. What do I need to do? Of course, in order to deploy a model to our own infra, we need an open source model or open weights model. We cannot deploy the live versions of ChatGPT, Cloud, and Gemini. But of course, there are versions of these AIs that are also open weights. We can deploy those as well. But in this video, let's try deploying Kimi 2.5. Okay, for some reason, it said Gemma 2.5. Okay, let me just close the AI safety setting so we don't get name banned. So it thinks Kimi is a person name, so it blocks. Remova is removing the personal data out of every communication, every chat you have with your AI. So let's copy paste this same prompt. Okay, now we can see Kimi 2.5. All right, so first, check the model size. Full model, 1 trillion parameters, requires significant GPU VRAM. Quantized version practical. Look for community quantized versions of on Hugging Face. Requires 80 gigabyte plus VRAM, even quantized. Okay, I don't know some of these words as well, so don't worry about it. Full precision, option 2, very expensive, requires multiple H100 80 gigabyte nodes. Not practical for most setups. Recommended steps on RunPod. Okay, it told me that this AI model is very large and I should go with a smaller model. Okay, let's suggest a smaller model. Okay. So the problem with most of the AIs, they don't know the recent models in general. Now we have Gemma 4 actually. We can use Gemma 4. I'm gonna say Gemma 4. 4 is released. Tell me how to use, how to deploy it on RunPod. You're right that Gemma 3 is the latest released version from Google as of today. I don't have verified information. Oh, come on. Okay, what you should do, check Hugging Face. Let's go to Hugging Face. Hugging Face is where people share AI models. Actually, you can download and see for yourself. And it's like GitHub or GitHub of the AI models. I don't know, it's something like that. So we are on Hugging Face. Okay, we are on the page of Google. I don't know where we find the models here. Okay, let's go to the home page. Models. Let's see. Okay, I found it, Gemma here. Google Gemma for 31 billion parameters IT. I don't know what IT is. Okay, let's model. What is the size of this model? I mean, how many gigabytes of space or terabytes of space we need on our GPU? Let's ask Remova. Tell me what pod do I need? Okay, shit ton of information here. Okay, so the model is 33 billion parameters in BF16 format, roughly 66 gigabyte VRAM needed for full precision. All right, so it says H100 80 gigabytes. Let's rent a H100. So, oops, wrong tab. So in order to do that, we are going to click pods. So let's see what H100 we need. We have this 80 gigabyte VRAM, 172 gigabyte RAM, 8 CPUs. High availability, $3 per hour. Okay, let's go with this. So RunPod, PyTorch, okay, here we need to do some settings. Of course, we are going to ask to remove a. We're not going to decide ourselves. What do I select here? Okay, change it to the VLLM image instead. Okay, we did this. Okay, 20 gigabyte container disk, change to 50 gigabyte. All right, 50. So I just look what the AI told me, and I'm just doing that, nothing else. So I changed it to 50 gigabyte. Volume disk, change to 80 gigabyte for 31 billion model. We are going to do 31 billion model. Okay, 80 gigabyte. Okay, for this it says leave workspace as is. VLLM serves on port 8000 by default. So we're gonna change this to 8000. Okay, set overrides. Let's ask this to is this okay to use? Use VLLM image to keep it simple. Okay. I already chose VLLM here. I don't know how it works. Okay. Okay, so I clicked edit and edited the stuff manually, but apparently if I click change template, I have this option here. So let's see. Okay, the ports and this thing is changed. So let's change these again because they got changed. Container disk 50 gigabytes, volume disk 80 gigabytes. Okay. So let's check these information as well. Just copy it. I'm gonna paste it. Is this all right? Great setup. With the network volume, if you terminate and restart the pod, your model weights are still there. No re-downloading. So if I click this, my model weights will be stored. My AI model files will be stored online. So I'm not gonna pay hourly for a disk. Yeah, as I understand correctly, if I understood correctly. So the cost breakdown. This stop the plot when not using to save pods. Okay, all right. Let's select network volume, create network volume, and let's ask how many gigabytes of network we need. How many gigabytes of network volume do I need for Gemma for 31 billion? Let's go. So it recommends 100 gigabytes. So let's select 100 gigabytes here. So it says with 100 gigabytes, I will pay $7 per month. $7 per month. Create. Also, I could have selected a different place than Netherlands. I don't know why it decided on Netherlands, but there were some other alternatives. So this is our summary. GPU $3 per hour. This is the running pod disk, network volume, etc. So I realized something. So we have network volume, but we also have pod template, which had 50 and 100 gigabytes. Okay, it automatically changed it to network volume. All right. So we have on demand and reserved 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. Of course, we are just trying this, so we are not going to play with it. Deploy on demand. So congrats. Now we have an H100 GPU, and it will have our container with the template of VLLM, and we are going to use Gemma for 31 billion on this GPU. Also, we could have selected a different model. For when I select a model, when I want to select a model, I visit Remova's website and click models here and go through this list. So we selected this. Apparently, it's a cheap model. Coding assistant, document analysis, multilingual enterprise copilots, keep role-based accident. Trade-offs, policy exceptions should be monitored. Long context prompts can increase spend and latency. Oh, okay, this is usual stuff. So, okay. Let's just wait our container to be live. In the meantime, let's chat with AI more. Okay, now. Before deploying, add these Add these in RunPod's environment variables section. Set Docker command. Deploy the pod. So it says, do you have your Hugging Face token ready? I'm not sure if I added that before, but if you haven't, please do that. And it will help you to download the model if you I'm not sure what Hugging Face blocks. I think it blocks rate limits if you don't have a token. I'm not sure, but just add it. I think I added it because I can download models now. Our pod is ready, actually. So we are going to connect to our pod using our SSH code. So I got an error. So, okay, I need to explain something here. What you need to do is just take your take this here and paste it to your terminal, and you gotta set up this thing, SSH. You gotta set up the SSH. So that's important. Ask any AI that you use. It will explain you how to set up SSH correctly. So what you're gonna do, I cannot expose my key here. I'm not sure how can I blur it, but just create your private public key and put this public key on the settings in RunPod. Just ask the AI. Just ask the AI. I'm not going to show it. So we have the pod running. Let me try again. I got an error. Oops. So I open my terminal. With my SSH key, I connect to RunPod. Okay. I'm having some issues. So I get an interesting error. We're gonna figure that out. So this is the error I get. I get this error. Click your pod logs tab. Okay. So apparently under the logs, we have some errors. And it says gamma 3.1, if you were trying to load models, you don't have a local directory in the same name. Okay, apparently we are having a different model getting downloaded automatically. Let's use RunPod assistant here. Okay. That looks like an API non-default or log line. What kind of API key? What API key is this? Key is this? I think that's Hugging Face API key. Okay. I don't want any model to be downloaded right now. Fix. Okay. To fix this, the pod starts trying to download the model, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Right now, it's being launched with arguments that include model ID. So it will always try to fetch model files at boot. We didn't add that. Okay. Apparently, we did a mistake, or the system default thing that starts the template has this. Do you want the pod to stay up but do nothing? Or do you want it to run the OpenAI API server but with no model loaded? Okay, let's. So apparently RunPod is trying to use a boot setup that is flawed. That is trying to download Llama, and it's breaking the server. And that I asked RunPod assistant. It told me this. What should I do? Let's see what happens. So set Docker command to sleep infinity. This keeps the pod alive without downloading anything. Okay, how do we do that? Okay. You see that in the container start command, there's an API key. Of course, I'm gonna change this key. And the model name here, which is wrong. Open terminal. So I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna just change change this to Google Gemma 4. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna take a risk. Restart. Okay, let's open the logs again. Okay, it's starting up. And as you can see, we are losing money here. Our spend rate is $3 per hour. Our estimated time left is 2 hours and 24 minutes. Okay, what happens here? Can't load the configuration, blah, blah, blah. If you're trying to load it from Hugging Face, make sure you don't have a local directory with the same name. Okay, my technique didn't work. Let's try this sleep infinity thing. Let's restart the pod. Let's see what happens. It might sound okay. We'll see. I don't have any idea. So usage, VLLM, blah, blah, blah. Error, infinity, usage, VLLM, error. Okay, let's copy this. Okay, I sent it to remover. VLLM open overrides. Change the command to this. So, okay, apparently we started with the wrong version of the template. So we're going to change it to PyTorch. Actually, it was the defaulted version pod that we bought. So how can we do this? So I'm going to paste this from, and I'm going to do this sleep infinity thing again. Let's verify this information because I think this will be 8888. Is this correct if I use PyTorch? Looks good. Okay. Save. Restart. Okay, you see we are figuring it out together, right? I didn't know that as well. So, okay, looks good. I don't see any errors here. Let me open my terminal and try to SSH into the pod again. All right. So we succeeded. Now we are in the pod. So how can I don't know how can I share my screen without exposing some information, but maybe let's try the web terminal. We are figuring it out together. Where is the web terminal thing? Where is the web terminal thing? I don't see it. Oh, that's great. Okay, I figured out the web terminal. So this is our pod. We are in the pod, and this is our terminal in the pod. So we are going to set up the AI models by manually downloading the models. So pip install VLLM. I copied it. I paste it here. You don't have to know any advanced information to do any of this. So just use your AI, ask the information to your AI, and paste it. And trial and error. You cannot do this in the first run. I haven't achieved anything in the first run. So in this learning period, what we need to do is just we gotta do mistakes, and we're gonna use AI to figure out what the mistake is and figure out the solution. That's what I'm trying to show here, actually. So now it's installing VLLM. So VLLM is a inference engine for LLMs. So we are just using VLLM to deploy the models correctly. So we installed VLLM. So we need to download the model now. So we're gonna use this code. Of course, there is your HF token here. I'm gonna delete this and try without a token. It says Hugging Face CLI is depreciated. It no longer works. So let's do this. Let's copy this part and write use HF download and paste this information. Okay. So we are downloading the 31 billion parameters. I hope we don't stuck at rate limits because I haven't used an HF token, which is Hugging Face token. This is an unauthenticated request to the HF app. Please set an HF token and enable higher rate limits and faster downloads. So I was too lazy to do it. Also, my key is already exposed. I need to change the key as well. So we're gonna wait here. Okay, download complete. Now we have the model weights on our pod, and I'm gonna ask AI what to do again. Now run this command in terminal. Blah 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 blah. Okay, let's run this. Okay, things are happening. All right, we got an error. Figure this out. Just copy, paste to remover. It says the Nvidia driver on your system is too old. Interesting. So this is the first time I'm seeing this kind of an error. Apparently we installed either different version of VLLM or the RunPod was older. Or better phrase, use compatible PyTorch image. So we used a bad PyTorch image apparently. So what we're gonna do is stop the pod and change container image to this. Okay. Oops. I stopped the wrong thing. Here. Stop. Edit. So we made an error here. Interesting. Let's change this to this. What is the change here? Okay, we are going to use 211. Okay, let's start it again. See the logs. So I'm gonna paste these logs again. So I'm just gonna do what AI says me to do. Check CUDA driver like this. Wait, why this doesn't work? Okay, our web terminal is dead. Let's enable again. So we use this code to understand what driver version we have. Let's copy this information. So let's try to install VLLM again. Let's see what happens now. So we just installed VLLM. Try our code again, pasting it. This is the code to try to download Gen. You can learn more about this parameter different what those supposed to mean by asking your AI. Okay, we are having it. So we are going to try to fix this error by, oops, oh no. By uninstalling VLLM and installing the correct version of PyTorch. Okay. This is kind of mismatch between CUDA and the version of PyTorch. So what happened is I tried many things and none of the stuff worked, and I'm going to just deploy a new one. But this time I'm gonna choose this directly here, because apparently when we added this stuff written here and change stuff, it just breaks for some reason. And I'm just gonna be very, very direct about it, and I'm just gonna select the default, everything default, just click deploy and see what happens. Actually, this time I'm being somewhat intuitive here. I'm not doing what AI says. So sometimes I think we gotta do that. And also, I was using a model which is based on Sonnet. Now I'm gonna try some other model like Opus, for example. Maybe Opus is better figuring out in this kind of thing. So we're gonna see what happens now. Let's see. Okay, so pod is ready to use. Let's gonna ask Opus what we should do to install AI to this pod. Also, we are using 62 gigabytes of this network volume, which is, I think it's because of the previous trials that we were doing. I think we have some stuff in the pod. Okay, let's ask remove with Opus. So I created a RunPod with H100 and with PyTorch. Now I'm gonna install Gemma 4.0 here. Yes, it's released, because it's gonna try to convince me that it's not released yet. I'm in the server now. What do I do? Let's see. Okay, let's do what he says. He says, check your environment, confirm H100 is visible. It's visible there. Install dependencies. Okay, let's install dependencies here. Okay, install this for speed. So installing the model, I want to verify if we have enough space. So how we verify that? So I was trying to download the model before. Things happened, and now I want to make sure that we don't have any leftover files and enough space. How to do this? So of course the good old terminal codes to figure out if we have enough space here. Let's check this too. I think we have enough space. Let's directly download the thing. Okay, we have this problem. Okay, I'm gonna just write it manually. I'm doing so many wrong things here. I'm trying to get the correct version of the code to download it. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, we are re-downloading it. Let's see what happens. So we got a new error here. Let's see what this error is. Might be a memory issue. I think it's a memory issue, yeah. So apparently our memory is full. Okay, the model that I told you I already downloaded made the network full. So there is no space left. What do I do here? Check if the download failed due to your quota, not the cluster, of course. Check the root disk. This is likely the culprit. Let's see what happened. No, that's not. Let's see this. I pasted. Why can't I copy this? Why can't I copy this? Okay, I succeeded. Yeah, these are, okay, we gotta delete stuff. Let's delete this first. Okay, let's recheck our volume. Still 100%. Okay. Okay. Okay, now we have some memory, but 37 is still too much. What is this? Okay, I deleted a lot of stuff. Now we have 0%. Okay. Okay, we deleted everything. Now it's 0%. Okay, let's download this. Now it's gonna succeed, I think. So, okay, download completed. Now, let's verify if it's correct. So 59 gigabytes Gemma is here. Yeah. Okay. Let's tell our AI. Again, I couldn't copy it. Interesting. So it gave me this code, test script. So we are loading the test script. Let's see what happens. Loaded the weights. Of course, we have an error. We have an error. Let's ask AI again. Okay, this is, I haven't checked the error, but it's not an important one. So let's try a different script to test it. I'm just copy pasting, loading the weights again. We got another error. It's about the flash attention thing. Copy pasting the error. I'm not trying to understand what's going on in a detailed fashion. I'm just trying to be as fast as I can to get this thing working, because a lot of things are happening. Okay. In one sentence. Okay. Finally. In one sentence, what makes the H100 GPU special? Model thought. The H100 is special because of its specialized transformer engine and massive memory bandwidth, which drastically accelerate the training and inference, blah, blah, blah. So it worked. Congrats, it worked. Now we're just gonna okay, we just need to run it. I'm asking how to run the chat interface. So we use this normally. So it says this. Let me share. Install this. Create this script. Run it. Blah blah blah. Okay, let's do this. It gave me a chat UI script. I'm really wondering how this works. We couldn't EOF the file. Shit. Okay. I'm having a having an error on copying the script correctly. This is not really an important error. Why can't I paste this? Okay, let me figure this out. Is there a limit on pasting the script? Okay, let me try my computer terminal instead. Okay. It's a permission denied. So let's ask AI. For some reason, in the second step, I can't paste the entire command into the terminal. It cuts. Okay. Some term. Okay, we'll try a different thing. We'll use nano. Okay, nano is not available. Let's use the option 2, which is that a real thing? Wait, let me check the script. No. Okay, I haven't read it. What the hell is this? Okay, let's try this. Now the terminal is waiting for input. Please paste the script in smaller chunks. We could have done that before. Fuck. Shit. Okay, let me figure this out. It pasted something. Okay, it pasted till here. So I'm gonna paste this part. But this is not EU. Come on. Let me because I have EOF in the file, it will give syntax error. Let's install nano. Why can't we install Nano? The package Nano has installation candidate. We are just having a lot of problems here. We need an apt update, of course. Yes, we are in the file now. Okay. So we're gonna delete everything. Okay. And then we're gonna paste our code with no EOF. What is the matter here? What is the matter here? Didn't paste it again. What is this thing? Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna use screenshot this time. This is all messed up. Okay, we're gonna try something different. We're gonna delete this file. We're gonna run Python. So let's try to install the Gradio for web user interface, which will help us to chat in more efficient way. But I'm gonna use it from my computer's terminal because I cannot copy paste long stuff. So I suggest if anyone tries that to do the same thing as well. What happens if I share this? Oh no. So I get another error. Let me, oops. Let me fix this as well. So we need to edit this Python file again. Let's use nano. No. Okay, whatever. Okay, we are in the nano. Copy, paste, share to. Is it correct? Yes. Okay, this time I managed to paste it correctly. To nano. I run this. We got another error. Okay, I managed to run the chat in the terminal. It was, we had many issues. Now I'm gonna run it in the browser terminal, and we'll see what happens. So let's run the browser terminal again, so I click pods, this, oops, not that, this, open the terminal, and run this Python script. And it's loading the weights. Oops. Yes. So we made it. We made it. We are in the pod, and the Gemma is running. We have the terminal UI here, which is not really sexy, but it works. So we made our own AI on our own server. We managed it. It was very hard. It was a not easy task because we had many errors here. Let's verify this. Hello. Okay. Come on, Gemma. What happened now? It was just working. Oh, I get to be Gemma as well. Hello. Okay, now we got an answer, but I'm not sure how it works. How? What? What is going on here? How can? Oh, it's slow. Oh my God, it's very slow. So apparently we have an issue with speed. Let's figure this out. What happens? What happened here? Okay, we have an issue of speed. I'm asking to my AI. Wow, look at this. Okay, it says the model is split across GPU and CPU. Most of it is running on CPU RAM, which is why it's painfully slow. Why is it running on CPU? Interesting. If GPU looks free, force it all onto GPU. Check your GPU first. Let's check it. Oh, it is free. Okay, so I'm gonna close this terminal and we'll connect it from my okay. Let me restart the web terminal and try to run. Okay, it's looking good. Let's run the script again. We're gonna load the weights. So it took me almost 2 hours to set this up, and I already burned through $5 to $6 of credit. So it says you. What? Yes. Okay. It's working at normal speed. So now we have an AI. Now we have an AI working. So let's ask something difficult, which I cannot imagine right now. Tell me a difficult prompt. Oops. To test my AI. Okay, a bat and a ball cost $1.10 together. The bat costs $1 more than the ball. How much does the ball cost? What? What kind of a difficult question is this? Okay, whatever. Oops, I pasted it already. So, the answer, the ball costs 5 cents. Okay, what the hell is happening here? Apparently, I'm not. What? A bat ball costs $1.10 together. The bat costs $1 more than the ball. So it's 105. Okay, I got it. So this happens because of the human brain process yes, I process the information like this. Thank you, Daniel Kahneman. So yeah, we got a very good answer here. Very good. Our interface is not as good because we are working on the terminal, but it already took a lot of time to set this up, and I'm not gonna try to do this on a better UI. It's already very difficult for me, but okay, I get it now. I get it how it works. I think to summarize what we've done, so what happened was we used, so what errors we made? We made an error to listen the AI too much. So AI, of course, doesn't have up-to-date information on the versions of CUDA, PyTorch, etc., and the models itself. So it gave us wrong direction, but we could have just started with PyTorch 2.4.0, if I remember correctly. The RunPod gives us in the first place. So then, of course, we had some pasting problems with the web terminal. So I also suggest using your own terminal. So you are going to SSH into the server, and then you're going to use that server to server in your terminal, so you can paste information from the AI correctly. What I did wrong was to use web terminal to paste the information from my AI, which ended up reformatted, and it broke the code that I was trying to paste. So it was a very bad experience to use web terminal. So I strongly recommend using your own terminal if you're gonna set this up yourself. So the terminal itself, the UI after we set up Gemma 4, the UI itself looks okay. I think it's usable. It's your AI in the end. So I'm gonna do a little test here. So I'm gonna this is free AI, by the way. So I can write just thanks. That's a good thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop this pod, and I'm gonna restart it, and let's. So okay. So I want to reduce my costs to 0. or just the network cost. So we have here $3 per hour, spend rate $3 per hour. Okay. But why am I going to lose my... Your pod will be stopped and all processes will be terminated. You don't have a volume configured. All data will be lost. Why is that? I configured a network. Okay, let's figure this thing out. So we have a network volume, but it says you don't have, let's try this again, have a volume configured. Okay, let's ask. RunPod says, share this tab. RunPod says this, but we have a network volume. And let's paste this too. Let's see what it says. You're safe, don't panic. RunPod is warning you about the container disk base image layer, which is indeed ephemeral and gets wiped on spot. Stop. So, your model is safe, your chat file is safe. Okay, we didn't install this anyway. Save your pip install so you can restore them in one comment next time. Okay, let's do this. I don't remember we installed something with pip. Okay. So let's do this. Okay, I'm gonna stop the pod now. Let's see what happens. Stop pod. Okay, I stopped it. Now start it again. Okay, this looks cool. Let's create a new web terminal. What is this? Okay, my terminal looks all funky. Let's try this again. Okay, we're here. Okay, now let's try to run our chat script again. Okay, so we don't have our requirement set up. Let's do what AI said us to do. Let's see what happens. All right, we have an error. It didn't restart it smoothly. It cannot find the module transformers. Why? Classic fresh pod restart situation. PyCairo is failing because blah blah blah. Fix everything is in one go. Okay, let's do this. Let's run the script. Server again. Ow, we forgot the pip. So we're installing the. I'm not sure if we are this every time. Doesn't make sense. I think we are making a mistake here. I don't know. Do I need to? Okay, let me just try this if it works. Okay, this is gonna work. So do I need to do this every time I restart the pod? Yes, oh my God. So it says, yes, unfortunately, every pod restart wipes the container layer. So pip packages are gone each time. But you can make it automatic. Okay. Let's try to do this automatic. Because there's a better option, use a custom Docker image. Okay, so I'm not gonna try that this time, but I'm gonna the script here, startup sh. So let's restart the thing. Okay. Start it again. Enable web terminal. It's not ready yet, so we're gonna wait a bit. Yes, it's ready. So let's try this script that we have. It just contains all these stuff we need to do manually. It has pip install and Python workspace. Again, the same error. So apparently we made an error on the script. It cannot import transformers again. The same issue. Let's do this. Also, we don't need PyCairo. Let's remove this. Let's rerun this. And voila, we have a correct script to run the server startup things, and we will have the chat screen available to us in like maybe 3 minutes, 2 minutes, something like that. And then we can just chat with our AI. We have H100 runs on, we have Gemma 4 runs on H100, and it costs us $3 per hour. And it also has a cost of network disk, which is $7 per month. So, and we have infinite AI. Now, if I leave it like this, I will have 1 cent per hour spend rate. So it means, but it feels wrong. It's still on. Wait, it was wrong. So it says $3. But if I stop it, so I will have exactly 1 cent per hour spend rate, which is $7 per month, I think. It can show it. So this is how you set up your own server for $3 per hour and $7 per month. If you stop it, you just pay the $7. If you don't stop it, you continue paying that amount, $3 per hour, always. I think the $7 per month thing is included in that amount because it's 1 cent per hour. Let me renew this again. Okay, I can't see it yet, but yeah. So this was hard. This wasn't very easy. Of course, we gotta make mistakes. So because we're learning, that's the first time we're doing this, and it happens. I think I could have just do more intuitive stuff without asking AI too much information. It could be faster, but still, it took us 2 hours to set up our own AI, and we can do whatever with it. Gemma 4, which is a good model. I can, if you're gonna use open model, open source model, I'm gonna suggest Gemma because the size of Gemma is reasonable. If you're gonna use like Kimi or Kimi 2.6, for example, or not QN. QN is fine actually. GLM. These models are very heavy, like terabytes of. They require terabytes of space, so it's gonna cost a lot. I don't recommend using them, but we can use Gemma, which is a good model. And this is how we set up our own AI with Nvidia H100 SXM chip. Thank you for watching. This was my first video of this kind, and I will try to do this sort of videos in the future, that I try to learn with you in the same time, and I try to achieve something. We do it together. And yeah, thank you. See you in the next one.